How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the weekly Skywalker Saga Q&A. We are on the Monday today because I couldn't make yesterday, so apologies for that, but welcome to you all. Good to see you. We should be back to Sunday next week. So yeah, let me get up the chat here. How you doing, everyone? Good to see you. Can't even remember where we left off in terms of missions, you know. How you doing, Devin? How you doing, Commander Good to see you. Pablo as well. How you doing? I'll give people a few minutes to get in. Make sure you vote in our poll as well. A little bit of a more interesting poll. I've taken some of the, what I would say, lesser talked about episodes of Star Wars. I wouldn't say any Star Wars episodes are not talked about, but in terms of this upcoming game, the 4 kind of lesser talked about episodes, I'd say, that I don't think people are talking about as much as the others. Which one are you most excited to play? So we've got Phantom Menace, A New Hope, Force Awakens, Last Jedi. They're like the 4 I hear people excited to play the most. That doesn't mean they're not excited, that just means the least excited for, I suppose. How you doing, Jordan? Dan, hello there. Alan, Omega, Know You, how you doing? Good to see you. Ah, yes, my favourite mission. How could I forget we were on this one? But yeah, anyway, the main kind of topic of today's stream is the fact that we are now getting pretty much daily images slash clips. We might actually get one while we're live here today. Because since the last stream, since the last video, we've had a new look at Coruscant and a new look at the Slave One. So they'll probably be in the next news video anyway. But we could potentially get one while on stream tonight, so we can do a live reaction to a picture. How you doing, Omega? Alan, how you doing? Palpatine, how you doing? Hello there, Craig. Lego Tuscan, what's up? I've already done the fight against Darth Maul, but I suppose I can go back and do it in free play. Solo Boy, what's up? Moloton, welcome. Michelle, PQ, Darth Yoda, welcome. JR the fan, welcome. Darrell, Joker, Devin, how you doing, everyone? Good to see you indeed. So yeah, get your questions coming in. Sorry this wasn't out yesterday. To those of you that have just joined, I couldn't make yesterday. So this week's weekly Q&A, as you've probably noticed, is on a Monday, and we will be back to Sunday next week. Hello Brandon, how you doing? You're very hyped for The Last Jedi. Yeah, so don't get it twisted what I said. I'm not saying the 4 episodes I put up there no one's excited about. I'm just saying they're not on that same level that I hear people talking about Revenge of the Sith, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, all those. So I just wanted to know, although those ones, Phantom Menace does seem to be convincingly winning, which I admit, I'm not saying I didn't expect. I did expect it to win, but not overwhelmingly. Put it that way. Welcome, I don't care. What's my favourite Luke Skywalker style? I'm looking forward to his medal ceremony. I think the fact we've never seen it in Lego before, officially at least, and then just how cool the yellow jacket is and the medal, I'm absolutely loving it. Darrell, I remember you every stream you ask me this question. What character am I most excited to play as? Mechanics wise, Grievous. He's just very unique in that way. Lego has switched its movie deal from Warner Bros. To Universal. I've seen stuff going on with the IP. I mean, I didn't cover it in my video because at the end of the day this is a Star Wars gaming channel, as I say so much. So the future Lego games, unless they were Lego Star Wars, which is probably not going to be the case, the future Lego games won't be covered on this channel, but maybe I'll include a snippet of it in the next video. But there is stuff going on with the Lego IP right now in terms of gaming and who's going to be making it. I think are WB losing the exclusive rights to it? A bit. Don't quote me on this, by the way, because I'd have to look into it more. Personally, it's not something that interests me. Now we've got Skywalker Saga. That's the only Lego game I'm excited for. So yeah. We've seen Metal Luke in Lego before. Actually, no, we have. We've seen him in this game. He's in the cutscene, but I always forget that because you can't play as the actual character in the game, which is kind of annoying. Actually, I don't see why he's in a cutscene and you can't play as him. Do you think the Lego Star Wars movie should be made that is based up? Do you think they should make a Lego Star Wars movie, basically? I don't mind them making the stuff for like Disney Plus, but I don't think we need the Lego Star Wars movie. I'm fine with the actual movies we get. How you doing, Tyler? Good to see you. Which sequel am I most hyped for? Episode 9, just because of Exegol. I think Exegol is going to be so fun. The fact that it is, the fact that it's free roam, which was a big question, but the fact that it's free roam is very exciting. Take out Boba, come on. Goodbye, Boba. Ah, thank you, I'm just going to call you Saints because that's what I'm used to calling you. 35-month channel member message and you chose to just put an emoji. Unbelievable. Thanks, thanks Saints for that, I appreciate it, mate. 35 months. That's a long time. Remember to like and subscribe, guys, if you're new. What planet am I least hyped to play? This is a good... In fact, in terms of like least hyped things in general, it's a good point because we always talk about what we're most hyped to play. Least hyped planet is probably like Takadana, Jakku. Takadana and Jakku are definitely up there. I just think they're nothing new really in comparison to like Endor and Tatooine, so probably those two. I'm still excited to go around those planets, definitely. And that's not like an agenda against the sequels, because like I've said, I'm very excited for Exegol. Kijimi, I'm very excited for. Canto Bight, surprisingly, very excited for. I think in terms of a planet, it's going to be really fun. We've got an official Medal Luke minifigure for... No, you're right, actually. JR the fan, we did get the official medal ceremony Luke in the Lego Star Wars Encyclopedia, the one like over 10 years ago. I know this because my friend had it. I think, did I ever get one of the encyclopedias? I don't think I really did. I think there was one I had. Because I know like one of the kind of later ones, so one of the more recent ones I should say, has Solo Darth Maul in it, but I didn't have that one. I'm pretty sure I had one of them, but it wasn't the Medal Luke ceremony one. But you are correct. Mistake on my part. What boss am I most looking forward to fighting? Palpatine. All three versions, so Mace Windu fight, Palpatine fight, Mace Windu fight, Yoda fight, and Exegol fight. Like, if I had to pick one, it'd be the Windu fight, but all of them are going to be really, really fun. Squid says this game brings you back. It always does. Every time you play it, it doesn't... Like, I've been playing it so much more, obviously, these last few years in preparation for the Skywalker Saga, and it doesn't matter how many times you play it, it does just bring you back. I'm doing good, Brendan. How are you doing? How do you think the Skywalker Saga will do on Switch compared to things like PS5? Well, it is interesting because it gets brought up a lot, and one thing we have to read into is the fact that the trailer they posted, the 6-minute one, was posted on the Nintendo YouTube channel as well, and nothing was changed in it. So from that we can gather that it's going to be the same game. So a lot of people asking, is it going to be laggy on Switch? The short answer is we just don't know. But it is something that I suppose we should watch with a close eye. But at the same time, I feel if there was going to be severe issues with it, the whole thing of it being out on the Switch in general just would have been cancelled, and they've not done that. So I do think it's going to be fine on Switch. It's going to be interesting to see if they do maybe get rid of certain pieces of content, or how they manage to compress it to work on the Switch. I am very interested to see how it goes, even though I won't be playing it on the Switch myself. You think the character customizer thing is on Camino? Well, one was potentially spotted in Ota Gunga as well. We've not had any official confirmation of the character customizer. It slightly worries me. It's just the fact that it's such a fan favourite addition, and there obviously were leaks back in 2020 that suggested there may be a few issues with it. So it is interesting how they're just not speaking about it. I feel like with all that's gone on with it, maybe just a bit of confirmation. As I've said many times, I want surprises for this game. I really don't want to be told everything, but there's a lot of panic around the character customizer. I don't want to panic anyone, but I am slightly concerned myself. And I say concerned because the fact is they've not told us it's not in there. You've got to remember that. But I'm curious to see how it goes. I think Grievous one will be excellent. How do you feel about it? In terms of how do you think he'll be in game, I think he's going to be the most... Look, Grievous isn't actually one of my favourite Star Wars characters. I don't mind him, but he's not one of my favourite. But I always say in games, he'll be the best one, because it's Grievous. He's the most unique Star Wars character we've probably got. And in terms of game mechanics, it goes that one step further. So, just to see all the different moves he can do. Hopefully we can actually use him. It is looking like it by the trailer, and obviously previous LEGO games as well. Hopefully we can just use Grievous with all 4 lightsabers at once, because that wasn't a luxury we had in Battlefront. So it's always a luxury we've had in LEGO games. I don't know why that would change. It looks that way in the trailer. So yeah. How in depth do I think the character customizer is going to be? Well, if it's in there, I'd expect that just apart from, I always say that I suppose that the obvious things like you can't have a Force Ghost body with a normal character body, so you can't have legs of a Force Ghost and the body of Han Solo. Obviously that's not going to happen. And again, droid customization can get a bit tricky. Like, I don't think you're going to be able to have Han Solo's body with R2's legs and stuff like that. But in terms of every character that uses like the 3 pieces, the legs, the torso and the head, I don't see why every asset shouldn't just be customizable and in any way you want. There probably is going to be some type of restrictions, bar the obvious ones, but as to what they'll be, it's just hard to say until we actually know this customizer is going to be in the game. That's the main thing we kind of need to know. I want it. Luke, do the bottom one. No, we got to do that here, haven't we? Yeah, perfect. They better make George playable. I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping he's like the unlock for getting all the Kyber bricks. I didn't expect this many people here on a Monday, actually, guys. So I appreciate you all watching, because these are meant to be every Sunday. We're so close now. I know I'm considering doing well. I've said to everyone I'll be back on Sunday. There's a part of me that's considered doing the Q&A this weekend on Saturday, because Saturday will be exactly 1 month until the game releases. But maybe if we do it on Sunday, we can actually say less than 1 month until the game arrives. But it's so close, and because of like we've had such a positive start to the year with how they pretty much just got right into it this year. We had the Boba clip at the very end of last year with the voice reveal of Daniel Logan and everything like that. And then not long after, we got the 6-minute trailer. When things started to calm down a bit again, we got the behind the scenes look. And so really, when you talk about like last year now and how bad it was, it just seems like a distant memory. Because of how positive this year's start has been. So they've got everything right so far this year. And we could not have asked for a better situation, because it would have been very easy for us to be in a similar situation to what we were this time last year, where we're saying we're in March now, basically, and nothing at all. And so we're in a great situation. Where was the stream last night? I just couldn't make it yesterday, unfortunately. Usually Sunday is like my day where I know I'm going to be able to make it, because Fridays and Saturdays I can be here some weeks and then I'm not other weeks. So Sunday's like the one day where, apart from a few, I should be able to make it. And then obviously we've just had a few lately where I've not been able to. But I'm sure nobody was losing sleep over this. Yeah, back to Skywalker Saga, back to questions, which I'll get to as soon as I take down these guards. Really, one left, and all I wanted was that heart. We have been blessed with marketing this year. Good morning, Thomas. I mean, it's good evening here, but good morning if it's morning where you are. It's already halfway to Skywalker Saga since the gameplay overview. So in terms of how many days we've had since then, I believe that. Gameplay overview was like the 20th of January, wasn't it? You're on vacation in your country, Omega? Nice. You can play as much Lego Star Wars as you want. Am I going to play the game live? I'm going to play most of it live, like, unless I'm doing something very specific for a video, I suppose, but I won't be doing like a walkthrough in terms of videos, because everybody does them and they're not something I like. It's like the trailer breakdowns. They're not for me. I'd rather just break down the trailer live with you all so I don't miss anything. And again, doing YouTube is actually about enjoying what you're doing, and I don't enjoy doing live walkthroughs, and I don't enjoy doing walkthroughs, and I don't enjoy doing trailer breakdowns. Completely different story when I'm doing them live. I think they're great to do then. So I'll be playing the game live quite a lot, I would imagine. So make sure you're subscribed. I know a lot of people will want to watch, a lot of people probably won't, because they'll just want to play the game themselves. Might you ask what country I live in? I live in England. You may know it. You might. You probably do. How did I get the game? Well, this is the complete saga, but I've got the game. I've pre-ordered the digital edition on Xbox. That's what I've done. I'm not too fussed about the Luke minifigure, because I think it's... I'm not going to say it's lazy, because at the end of the day, it's a game bonus. Like, we're buying the game for the game. But it's just Farm Boy Luke, which I already have, believe it or not. So I don't need it. How close are you to completing this walkthrough? Well, Tyler, I've done this walkthrough now about 4 different times, but in this specific save, I think we're at 40%, maybe just a bit less, because like I said, we're on this for the 4th time now. What unconfirmed character do you want in the game the most, and what vehicle am I most excited for? Good question. The unconfirmed character is a Clone Wars Ahsoka, Clone Wars Maul. If I had to pick one out of those two, it'd be Clone Wars Ahsoka. And then what vehicle am I most excited for? I've always loved the Padme's Royal Starship from Episode 1. I just love I've always wanted a Lego set of that, but you can understand them not making it because the amount of chrome bricks they'd need. But that's one of my favourites. Just, I suppose, in terms of capital ships, the Dreadnought and the Venator, they mean a lot to me as I'm a huge Clone Wars fan. So to see those in action, take them over, everything like that, will be great. And Slave 1. Seeing Jango's Slave 1 especially, because we see Boba's Slave 1 all the time. I still love it, by the way. But just seeing Jango's Slave 1, being able to fly that, seismic charges and everything, that's going to be quite the experience. Don't hit R2 because you're going to have everybody saying I'm an abuser again. I accidentally hit any friendly character in this game and I'm an abuser apparently. Do I agree that after Lego The Force Awakens, Lego's gone downhill? In terms of again, with the games, I've always been into Lego Star Wars games. I do want to play the Lego Marvel games. I can't really give a good opinion on if other Lego games have gone down. I know there's a lot of people that aren't happy about voices in Lego games, but you have to understand a lot of people are as well. Like, I've done polls on it on this channel, and voices win overwhelmingly over mumbles. So, if there is maybe people thinking that the games have lacked a bit or they're not as good as they once were, it's probably down to mechanics and not the voices thing, because a lot of people actually like the voices, and I'm not actually fully against it either. I'm glad I think we've got the best option possible. We've got the voices and the mumbles. I couldn't ask for a better option. That's what I mean when I'm really saying everything this year in terms of this game has gone as well as it could have. I think there's a chance we'll get Ahsoka. I mean, the fact that Mr. Bones is confirmed, I didn't even know who Mr. Bones was. Now I can't wait to play as him. So I'm really excited, and I hope we can get some Clone Wars characters like Clone Wars Rex, maybe Savage, Ventress, you know, all those. You have the cheat code for the Razor Crest. Well, if any of you don't have any cheat codes, I have done a short on all cheat codes. Make sure you got them. We've got 5 so far. If we get any more, I'll be the first to let you know. Well, I probably won't be. I don't know if I'll be the first, but I can do my best. But I will definitely let you know on the channel. Here's my favourite scene from the whole game. Actually, where the Gamorreans come in and start dancing. Only problem is, and this is the one part I'm not looking forward to about streaming the Skywalker Saga, is I have to turn off music because of copyright. But I always love this when the music comes on and everything. I think it was just so fun back in the day. I know, Chewie, where are you running off to? I need someone to shoot the walls. I think one of my favourite things about the game will be the ships like the Star Destroyer or even the Venator. Agreed. Just seeing Venators, just seeing a lot of Clone Wars things, because with Lego, I'm not trying to say that we don't get Clone Wars sets, we do, but a lot of the UCS sets, for example, are OT. A lot of the bigger models in general are OT these days, so to just see things like, I mean, we've had one Lego set, like one official Lego Venator set ever, and it's not even very accurate. So just to see one that's been built properly. Now again, the one in this game is so big that it wouldn't be able to be sold as a Lego set. I understand that, but I'd like a more accurate Venator Lego set. I'd like a lot of more accurate Clone Wars Lego sets. So to see a lot of them again at a much bigger scale, but at least in this game, is just nice to see. Roji, welcome to the stream. Yeah, you think we'll get a screenshot later tonight? That's what I'm thinking, because we're getting one every day or every other day at this rate. We could get one live on stream, a new screenshot or a video, and we can do a live, you can get my live opinions on it. But I was surprised after we got the Coruscant one on Friday. I thought, right, we're going to start seeing all the different planets now. But then the next day we go and get Slave 1, which I'm not complaining with. I was just hoping that we'd get to see all the planets, because planets like Cantabite, Kajimi, even Exegol, we've not seen too much of, so to just see them all, or get one of these little animated screenshots where the NPCs are frozen but the signs on the wall are moving, if you've noticed that. Jordan, can you get a shout out? I mean, I suppose there you go. Remember to like if you enjoy, guys, subscribe if you're new, and check the pin video. Because I knew I wasn't streaming yesterday, I had the final edition of the all confirmed characters. There's about 40, I think, to be specific, I think there was 38 new characters on the list, so most of it is from the previous video, but there is, it's wrong that I wouldn't make an updated one considering we got another trailer, so I pinned it at the top of the chat. Make sure you watch if you haven't already. And like and subscribe, as I said. Do you think we'll get a list of traditional, a list of the traditional character roster? I'd like to see every character on one screen. I don't think we'll get any. I don't think when we see the full character roster, I think that will be when the game is out and we see it for ourselves. I don't think we'll see before then, honestly. I mean, I don't know if I'd love to actually. I wouldn't. I want some surprises. And leaks for this game, while we have had some leaks, they're not floating around everywhere, so I doubt we'd start getting leaks on it now. Daniel, I'm doing good. How are you, my friend? How does it feel to be on the exact same stage where Jabba the Hutt was slaughtered? Wait. You mean on the sail barge? It feels good. I don't know, like stage, what are we talking about stage? I made that question way more complicated than it probably was. Sometimes like, you just don't read a comment how you should, basically. So many times I do that. So many Gamorrean guards that they can't even concentrate. There are 300, so, right, the characters, Jordan, is like this. to what we know. There's 800 characters overall in the game. About 500 of those are going to be NPCs. The other 300 are playable. So you got it right. I just thought I'd give everyone a bit more context in case they didn't know the specifics. There was an interview that suggested 400, but it didn't. I mean, I covered it in a news video, and it didn't outright say 400. It said they were struggling to keep the list below 400. But I do think with DLC characters, we may maybe hit 400, or we might just be under 400. There should be like 3 Clone Wars packs. I agree. The fact that this game was originally supposed to come out in 2020, the same year as the Clone Wars came back, and there's no Clone Wars DLC pack is odd to me. But I can only hope that means that a lot of the important Clone Wars characters are already in this game. Just like Mr. Bones, he's not a movie character, but he's in the character roster as confirmed in an interview with one of the devs. So that's our hope right now. Maybe 400 including DLC. Again, Durrell, we could guess that, or we could say it might just be under 400 with DLC. It's very hard to tell. But we've got the 7 character packs now. We know 2 of those character packs have got 5 characters. So that's 10 already. But let's say, now, every character pack might not be limited to 5 characters. We don't know that for certain. Even though the Force Awakens packs use the same in every pack, use the same number in every pack, we don't know that for certain with this game. But let's do the maths. If there's 7 packs and there's 5 characters per pack, that's an additional 35 characters. So if say the amount was like just over 300, it wouldn't take us to 400. But if we're looking at maybe 300, I'm gonna guess there'll be about 340 characters in the game. Like 300, it'll be something random like 342 or something. You add on the 35, we're not quite hitting 400, but I think that's where we'll end up with the DLC pack. So around, like, with DLC, I think we'll end up at like 370, something like that. Let's see if I get that right. I may be completely out. The more characters, the better, obviously. What about Cad Bane? I mean, I'd hope for him, and I always thought that there's potential for him to be in the Bad Batch pack, but the fact that there's 2 character packs, the 2 character packs that we've got the confirmed amount for have 5 characters. Even if the other packs don't have 5 characters, I still think they'll be just trying to fit in the main characters from that series. So the Bad Batch, for example, would have to get in the Bad Batch themselves. Omega, I mean, Omega's part of the Bad Batch, isn't she anyway, but you'd have to get in those 6, obviously Crosshair. I'd even say someone like Admiral Rampart would make it in before Bane in that pack. What day is the game actually releasing on? It's April 5th, Danny. I mean, there will be ways probably to play it the day before. It's like Australians and people from New Zealand will be able to play it the day before. It'll be April 5th where they live, but they're ahead of us. When Jedi Fallen Order came out, I was playing that the day before it came out because I changed my region. Now, we don't know if they're going to have a way around it to stop people doing that, but it's possible some people might be able to play it on April 4th. I'd keep an eye out. I'm definitely going to try and do that again, but there's no guarantee it's going to work. So Tuesday in the UK, as I predicted all along, LEGO games Tuesdays. There's got to have been some LEGO games that haven't been Tuesdays, but I can't tell you that for certain. But I was always thinking Tuesday with this game. Is it? In fact, because I'm pretty sure it's a Tuesday. Hang on. My calendar's not loading. My calendar's not loading and my phone is on charge at the back of my room, so I can't actually check, but I'm pretty sure it's a Tuesday. Imagine if it was April 1st. Well, it's 4 days after. Maybe we'll get a little interesting post on April 1st. You never know. You never know. That'd be one to see. You'll probably get some videos on April 1st telling you the game's delayed. I mean, I don't do April 1st videos. I never... In fact, that's wrong. I have uploaded an April 1st But I do, if I can, I try to avoid uploading on April Fools, because if it's an honest video, which it would be from me, because I don't do April Fools videos, like I said, people might think I'm lying, so I try to avoid uploading on that day every year. It's a Tuesday, alright, thank you. Thank you for checking, because my calendar still hasn't appeared on my computer for some reason. Oh, Han! Come on, man, you just walked off the sail barge. Not a very bright thing to do, is it? Look at this bare knuckle fight with the Gamorrean guards. You have to go. See you later, Jordan. Thanks for watching, as always. Appreciate it. I know that on the last stream you can get in pretty big trouble if you change your region to somewhere else. I'm pretty sure you can. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's pretty big trouble. I would guess there would be some sort of penalties. You might get your account banned or something. I didn't last time, but I should probably warn you there. Yeah, there may be penalties if you try to change your region. So do it at your own risk. I can't verify if there's penalties, but it may make sense. So in that case, if you live in Australia or New Zealand, well done for being born in the right country at the right time. Would I like to get a Lego Uncharted game? I wouldn't really care for it, to be honest, but I'm sure a lot of people would like that. I'm sure a lot probably wouldn't as well. What's going to be my first playthrough? It's probably going to be with voices. I was always going to say it was going to be with mumbles, but I think it's going to be with voices, to be honest. Just because I want to see who's voice acting the characters. I might do like the mumbles second time round for the nostalgia and everything. Did we use this? Can you answer my question? What level are you most excited to play? Windu versus Palpatine. Now it's confirmed. I can 100% say that's the level for me. I cannot wait. It's going to be so fun. And then Palpatine versus Yoda. Exegol fight with Palpatine's going to be fun, I hope. I love Palpatine, if you can't tell. Plus he's like, the only fight we've ever had with him is the Death Star fight in a LEGO game before, so to get his other fights is going to be fantastic. When did I pre-order the game? I pre-ordered it the day we got the 6-minute gameplay trailer. So that was, what, the 20th of January? I feel like it's the 20th of January. I don't know about you, but I consider getting your account banned pretty big trouble. I didn't think about it, honestly, Enthusiastic Banana, because I've done it so many times. Like, I've done it on games that I've not streamed. I'd probably change my... Why am I saying this when people can just report? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I doubt they're going to do anything to me now for past offences, but I have changed my region multiple times to play games. I am also aware of many live streams I've clicked on where people have changed their region. It's a common thing. But again, to be on the safe side, do it at your own risk, because you never know what penalties could be thrown your way. I've not had any personally, but you might not be as lucky. I may think twice about doing it this time. But hey, we've still got over a month to even think about this, so I'm not going to let it bother me for now. Jack, how you doing? Just wondering what character you're most excited to play as or see and maybe ship. Character to play as Grievous for the mechanics. Ship, Slave 1, Padme's Royal Starship. Just to take over a Venator would be nice. I'm safe with you, Banana, but I might not be safe with the other 100 people watching. Now, if you want to report me for it, it's fine. At the end of the day, I got nothing to lose with the Skywalker Saga, because if my account got banned, it's not like we've started the game yet. We could just move over to another account. Do I think free roam in space will be giant? I don't know if I'd say giant. And I'm not saying small either. Like, definitely bigger than what it was in the Clone Wars game. But I don't think giant. Like, I think the worlds themselves will be bigger than the space free roam. Do you think we'll have random ground battles as well? Well, there's random encounters. We know that, where you can just be on a world and a fight breaks out. You got to pick a side or get involved. In terms of like ground battles, I suppose base building battles as well. We've seen the Gungans versus the droids in episode 1 in the trailer. But that's like about it we've seen in terms of potential ground battles, and even that would be very different from what we had in the Clone Wars game with like the barracks and everything, because there's no clones. Stream's going good, Jack. Yeah, actually, I didn't think many people were going to show up on a Monday because I couldn't make it yesterday, but Monday seems to be fine right now. Leia, can you do that again? Thank you. This level, man, I actually do enjoy this level a lot more now. Like, the levels I used to hate as a kid, I just love now because I love the longer levels. Favourite trilogy to watch and favourite trilogy to play. Prequels for both. I love the prequels. And that's not just Revenge of the Sith, I love all three. I'm not like... People don't like Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, which is fine. But I don't have an issue. There's problems, definitely, but there's problems with any movie. I definitely think I'm biased because I grew up with them, but I'm glad because I can't see the wrongs of them because I grew up with them and I love them so much. What do you think are going to be the 5/6 characters in the Clone Wars DLC? If there was one, which is not confirmed, we'll go with 5 because that's what the other packs are using. I'd say Ahsoka, Ventress, Rex, Bane, Savage. Like, that's the best 5. I know you could say, like, I would put Maul in, like Obi-Wan, Ahsoka. Sorry, we said Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, Anakin. And maybe Maul would be a shout with his robotic legs, but I'd rather have characters that wouldn't be in the game otherwise. So I'd maybe say Maul over Savage. So I'd say, like, Ahsoka, Rex, Ventress, Maul, Bane. That's like the 5 I'd go for if I had to pick a 5 character pack of the Clone Wars. Let me know if you had to pick one. What would it be for the Clone Wars? So, Michael, you're asking me to say things again. When will you learn? When will he learn? That's not happening. True Jedi is going to be a nightmare on this one. I apologise in advance. It would be cool if there was a mode where you set up a lightsaber duel between 2 characters of your choice. Well, that could happen in the free roam anyway, but it would be cool. It would be cool. You could kind of do that actually in the arcade mode. In Complete Saga, you could have like these battles with... I mean, obviously your friend would be controlling the other character, but you could just go against each other and be any character in the game. Maybe you'll be able to do that with split screen in this game, but we don't know of any other way around it. It doesn't look like there's going to be online, unfortunately. Top 3 Jedi. Ahsoka's first if you want to include her. She seems to be acting more like a Jedi again in Mandalorian and Book of Boba, so I'm going to include her. Obi-Wan second. Windu third. They're the 3 for me. Any other Star Wars games I'm excited for? I mean, Fallen Order 2 is going to be good, but I've been fortunate to have Lego Star Wars after Battlefront because I know a lot of people aren't into Lego Star Wars, so it's been very quiet for them after Battlefront. Obviously, I wouldn't say Squadrons helped that, or like Hunters. They're very small games and not meant for a wider audience. But I do think after Fallen Order, that's going to be when a lot of people really notice. Like, for the time being, Star Wars games might... Like, you're going to have Star Wars games, don't get me wrong, but you're not going to have that online live service game like Battlefront 2, and it's going to hurt It would have hurt all this time, but again, because I enjoy Lego Star Wars, I've not really felt it as much. No. Do you think the Skywalker Saga will get mini kits from the Complete Saga, even though... Do you think the Complete Saga will get mini kits of Complete Saga characters? No, I think mini kits will... I don't think they'll unlock you characters from the original game or the Complete Saga. I think they'll unlock you a character or a vehicle or something from like what's been made for the current game. But I am glad mini kits are in there. Because I don't mind gold bricks and red bricks going. I love them, but the Kyber bricks look so cool, and I understand we have to move with the times. But mini kits would have been too far. If they'd taken that out, I would not have been happy. I love mini kits. They're iconic. So, yes, fair play to TT for knowing where the line is. Hi, I can't speak. Hi, how are you? Love your videos. Thank you, Salmus. Appreciate it. I'm good. How are you? Slaying Knight says his hair right now looks like Cal Kestis's. Maybe you could play him in the next game. Why not? Why not audition? You know, I'm joking, obviously, but interesting indeed. Interesting. Alex says, "Do I love you?" I mean, I love all my subscribers in a way where I'm very thankful for you watching. I can't believe anyone would want to watch me, to be honest. But, yeah. How you doing, Republic Studs? Good to see you. Do you think there will be a Book of Boba Fett DLC? Again, the game was that show was, even though it would have been under probably scripting, maybe a bit of pre-production when this game was in development. The official announcement was just too late for it to be added. There is a chance that you'll have like re-armored Boba and Fennec, you know, in the Mandalorian Season 2 pack, but don't be expecting like Black Chrysanthemum or Book of Boba Fett version of Cad Bane or anything like that. I think Fennec and the re-armored Boba are a big possibility, but that's about it. Am I Australian? I'm not. I'm kind of wishing I was, so I could play the game early and not face any possible bans on my account, but I'm English. I've had people ask me, am I American before? I don't think I sound American, but you never know. You never know what goes on in someone else's mind. Scott, I'm good. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. If you are new, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. I would very, very much appreciate it. Getting closer to 44. I thought, no, is it 43? No, it's 44. 44,000. I'm looking at it right now. Yes, 44. My mind's everywhere right now. Yes. Either way, just subscribe is all I was trying to tell you. Making it more complicated as always. Aura Singh, and yes, as Tyler says there, he puts it very well. Aura Singh and Cody are not actually Clone Wars characters. They're from the Clone Wars show. They're in it, yes. But Aura Singh is in the Phantom Menace at the pod race, and Cody, we all know, is in episode 3. So those two, especially Aura, because I know less people are aware of her being in the Phantom Menace, but they don't confirm Clone Wars characters for the game, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't have an American voice. I don't think I sound American at all. But you never know. I've been asked Australian, American. I think that's all I've had actually. Just those two. Scottish? I'm not Scottish. Someone might have asked me once am I Scottish, but can confirm I'm not. I hope those troopers can't get up here now. Oh, no, they can. I shouldn't have built the other one. Can I force it back? Take that down. Right, questions anyway. Questions. What do you think about secret levels like bonus levels in free roam? Well, we know there's additional levels in the game. We know there's going to be bonus levels. So that's all what is confirmed, isn't it? What they're going to be. We've got a bit more of an idea now, I suppose, for episodes 1, 2 and 4 because of the storyboards in the latest trailer. But it's going to be interesting to see what levels make it into the... Obviously, we know negotiations from episode 1 is going to be a hub world level and not in the main story. But yeah, why didn't that build? Thomas says, am I going to stream the game? I think I answered this earlier, but I'm not doing any playthrough videos, so every time I play this game, unless it's for a video, like I'm recording a specific something, I'll be live streaming. I'll be streaming this so much. A lot of my newest subscribers won't know this, because obviously it's been harder to stream Star Wars games this last year after Battlefront died, but back when I used to cover that game I actually used to stream quite a bit. It's just kind of hard to stream a lot right now, but once the Skywalker Saga's here I'll be upping that as much as I possibly can. What am I most looking forward to? I'm most looking forward to this is such, I suppose, a bizarre thing. Not bizarre, but it's not what you'd expect me to say, but the thing I'm most looking forward to about the game, and I've actually enjoyed this with the trailers as well, is just seeing levels from the old game and how they look now, because everything's been built from the ground up. So seeing like negotiations in the 5-minute breakdown trailer or 6-minute breakdown trailer, it was brilliant. Just being able to compare it with what had come before. So that's what I really enjoy the most, just seeing the old and comparing it to the new. This is like the most annoying level to answer questions on, because I take one look at the chat and I'm dead the next minute. Do you see them doing an extension in the future with Resistance Rebels? No, judging how LEGO games work, and I think definitely reinforced by the fact that there's no online in this game, which says to me they have no plans on supporting it further, but it'll just be the 7 character packs, which are confirmed to not all be releasing at once anyway. They'll spread that over like 2 or 3 months. And then that will be it. And it's unfortunate, but that's what we're dealing with here. We're not dealing with a live service game that potentially, and this is why I was saying in the last stream to really enjoy this time while we're here, because before you know it, like June, July time, people will still be interested in the game, but it will have calmed down a lot, because a lot of people may have completed the game. We don't know how long it's going to take the average person to complete it, but even if they've not completed it, they'll be in a better position to have seen most things in the game, and they'll be on their way to completing it. So we're not really in something here where we're going to be talking about this. Well, we'll talk about this game a year from now. We'll probably do a lot of reminiscing a year from now, but that will be about it. A lot of reminiscing. What am I least looking forward to? Honestly, Jakku and Takodana. And I know you didn't ask what planets, I know you just asked what thing in general, and that's kind of it. I don't like those planets. I like Mars's castle, but Jakku is just Tatooine again, and it should have been Tatooine. And Takodana's very boring and just reminds me of an Endor. It's not the same as Endor, but it reminds me of an Endor. And I'm looking forward to visiting the planets. Least looking forward to doesn't mean I'm not looking forward to, put it that way, but I don't think I'll be exactly counting down the days until I visit either one of those planets, whereas Coruscant, Exegol, Camino, I cannot wait. There are not if I call them extra levels, I mean it's technically what they are, but hub world levels. We know there's going to be 5 levels per episode, but there's going to be other levels in the hub world. So that's what I meant by bonus level, to be clear. This is such an annoying level to get any studs on. ATST's going again. Do you think they will include some old versions of levels in the new games? Probably not. It'll probably be all new versions. There'll be references to the old, but there won't be actual old levels in the game. I'd very much doubt it. I'm actually looking forward to Canto Bight, Tyler. As a planet, it's always interested me. It was done completely wrong in the movie, I feel. It was made to look like a really... In fact, no, I think in the movie it was actually made to look like a cool planet. It's just the stuff that happened on it a lot of people aren't fans of, including myself, but the actual planet is really cool and I can't wait to explore Canto Bight, honestly. Zero studs. It's delightful. We've gone from true Jedi on the last level to this. I'm kind of going back to hating this level, to be honest. What's my favourite creature? I'm looking forward to seeing the Geonosis creatures, actually. All 3 of them. I don't actually have a favourite. I like all 3, so the Reek, the Acklay, and the Nexu. Yeah, I remembered them all. I mean, the Reek's probably the worst one, but I like them all. I'm looking forward to seeing them. Because we've actually seen them in the Clone Wars game, and they look really cool, so I can't wait to see them now. Even more updated. Your cat is what? Humans here. With any animals willing to or wanting to watch, feel free. Hello Flyboy, how you doing? What level am I most looking forward to? Palpatine versus Windu, now it's confirmed. Can't wait. I mean, I hope it's confirmed. That cutscene better not be just the cutscene, because I will not be happy if that's just the cutscene. I've waited a long time for that level. I think a lot of people have. 4 weeks away. We're so close. This is why I love February. It's such a short month. I like February in general, but when it's a short month, you know, you can just get to March, get to April, get the year moving a bit. Not trying to pass away the time, but I don't know. Just nice to get through the months a bit quicker, especially this year, because Skywalker Saga. Imagine if we... Look, a month can only be at max 3 days longer than it is this month, but that's 3 extra days of waiting for the game, so... The fact that this is coming out in April, though, I really thought they were going to drag it out to like May or June, but by May or June, we're probably going to have played most of it and things will have calmed down quite a bit. Is that it? This is the final one now. Is it 5 weeks? 4? 5? It probably is 5, to be fair. I would think it's 5 actually, when you think about it. Which planet am I most excited for? Coruscant, but Exegol is a shout as well. I think Exegol is going to be really cool. Free likes off 100 guys, so make sure you like if you haven't already. I would appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel. We're getting closer to 44,000. Somehow. Leap years suck. I always feel for the people who are born on a leap year. Like, what do you actually do? Because, alright, you probably celebrate your birthday on March 1st, but the fact that it's, like, technically not the same day. I wouldn't want to be born on a leap year. It'd be really sad. Yeah, at the end of this level, I know because I only played this level like 2 weeks ago for some footage on my other save of this game, but there's like so much. But then what you got to remember is once you get all the flowers and everything in the next part, you've got the 80-80 at the end, which just, along with the troopers that you have to destroy the ropes to, just keeps firing at you. So we're going to get loads of studs back and then we're going to lose more again. It's going to be great. I honestly can't wait for it. Did I pre-order? Yeah, I've pre-ordered the digital edition. Or next digital deluxe edition, may I add. Slaying Knight says, question, will you be able to drive the underwater pod in the Phantom Menace? I think so, because in the trailer, the one we got in August, I believe it was where we saw this, it looks very much like it's from a level. So I think you'll be able to drive it, yeah. And I just avoid these troopers, please, because they can't follow us into the next room. It's not even a room, but... So Joker, is your birthday on a leap year? Interesting. I feel like Exegol will be a waste of a planet because how would they let you explore it before episode 8 and 9? I think, because obviously we know worlds will adapt, but I think they'll only adapt so much. I don't think it'll be insane adaptation. Like, I don't think you'll go to Coruscant in the prequels and then Coruscant in the originals and you feel like you're in a completely different planet. Or a completely different time. But it will be interesting to see how Exegol maybe does adapt. Will it even adapt at all? Maybe it'll just stay the same. It's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see how stuff like that works. That's what I like, there's still so many mysteries, and even though I'd love every answer now, if I was offered it, I mean look, if I was offered it and I was allowed to share it, of course I'd take it, because let you all know. But if I was offered to know everything about the game and I'm not allowed to share it with anyone, I wouldn't want to know, I'd just want to be surprised. I don't use euros, Slinger, that's pounds at the top right. The left, top left. It shouldn't say dollars, so that's euros, sorry. If it says euros, I need to fix that. Good to see the 1080p streams have still been working, actually. I was worried these were going to crash, but we seem to be in a good position with them. Will there be a 1v1 Mustafar as Anakin and Obi-Wan? The reason I say this is interesting is because in the trailer, you can see 3PO and R2 on another platform. So maybe Anakin will be completely AI, but I hope it's one player versus the other, and if you've only got one controller, then Anakin's AI. I'd really like that. But you see 3PO and R2 in the cutscenes, so what that tells me is that they're gonna play some part in the mission, because they're on like the burning Mustafar platforms. Unless they're really going against what happened in the movie, there's no other reason why they'd be there, to be honest. That's going to be a weird one. It's like, remember when we all joked about Bail Organa being the second player in the Senate duel? Well, our dreams might become a reality at this rate. Do I think Oppo Rancisis will be in the game? Well, when we first had characters like Yaddle being confirmed, I did, because I thought they're going to be really obscure with this. But then you realise, as obscure as Yaddle is, she really is just a female Yoda with hair on top and a different print, which is very easy. Oppo Rancisis is extremely unique. Now, I hope he's in there, because I hope we see the full Jedi Council in the scenes, but I just have this feeling like Oppo Rancisis and maybe, who's the other one? I mean, Yariel Poof might work, because even though he's not a Kaminoan, he'd be very similar to a Kaminoan in terms of how they'd make him. So I hope Oppo Rancisis makes it very unique, got the long tail obviously, but I'm not going to count on it. What era will I start? I'll start with Phantom Menace in the prequels. Not just because the prequels are my favourite, but also because I start chronologically. Why would they leave Padme without the droids? That's an even better point, Joker. They're leaving a woman who, alright, they don't know at this point is dying, but considering she just got force choked and smacked on the ground, she might not be okay, and the droids have just left her. I'm curious to see how this level plays out in game, because that's very concerning, isn't it? This is the part God, guys, I hate this part. Because there's no way you can survive it. I'm gonna lose all my 17,000 studs. That's why when people were warning me about this part and saying, oh, you're gonna get all your studs back now, well, I'm not. I know I can destroy the ropes, and I'm fully aware of that, but when you're trying to destroy the ropes, the AT-AT is firing at you, so we're just gonna have to do it this way. Look at this. All the studs are gonna go. We'll just have to come back in free play when we got more extras. Get it, Luke. Deary me. We're losing everything. I'm telling you, we won't come out with anything. No studs. The studs don't even magnify to me. So it's pretty pointless me actually shooting anything. Is TT going to continue to make Lego games? Well, there's been many rumours. Again, I've not covered it because I'm not a Lego channel, I'm a Star Wars gaming channel, and I just cover Star Wars games I enjoy, like the Lego games, but I will look into it more. I heard they're losing the exclusive rights, but I'm frozen here. But maybe after all the development issues they might lose the license. Again, don't quote me on anything here because I may have it completely wrong. But with all the issues that went on with this game, maybe it's caused some things behind the scenes to move now in terms of licensing and stuff. I know I can be the AT-AT, I just got in it then. Woohoo! Haha! Love the voice acting, I love the mumble acting, sorry. Remember to keep liking and subscribing, guys. Tell me, is subscriber only mode on? Because I should have had it on. But I can't remember if I put it on or not, so let me know. If you're a new subscriber, you can probably tell me. But yeah, we're getting close to 43.9k with 10 away. And obviously that gets us closer to 44,000, so keep subscribing. Hopefully we can have 43.9 tonight. That would be great. Remember to watch the final edition, unless... It's probably going to be the final edition of the character video. I've linked it at the top of the chat. All confirmed characters. The reason I'm calling it final edition is if we get a trailer anywhere between like around a week before the game's launch, there won't be an updated character video because by the time I've put that together, the game will be out. So the final edition, only about 38 more, so it's not much more than the original, but I had to update it. Life's good, Lorenzo. How are you doing, man? Darrell, I'll read your comment. Hang on. Imagine if it will adapt, so it'll be hard and imagine if it will adapt, it'll be so hard and annoying to find something specific. Well, it would. The worlds would only adapt in the way that maybe like the Imperial posters that you see on Bespin, which by the way I love because that was something they added in Battlefront 1 with the Bespin DLC. But it will probably just be stuff like the Imperial posters are not there during the time of the Empire. Oh, sorry, during the time of the Republic and Separatists or the sequel era as well. How many characters will there be with DLC? Well, we know the amount in the. We know there's 5 characters in the Classic Pack and 5 characters in the Trooper Pack. We also know there's 5 other packs, but we don't know for certain that there's going to be 5 characters per pack. But if you guess there would be, it'd be 35 DLC characters. Again, I hope they had more than 5 in, for example, Rogue One and Bad Batch, because I feel that, especially with Rogue One, they're going to need it. Like, I feel like they could get away with not adding Omega into a Bad Batch pack, but they're not going to get away with Rogue One missing out half the main crew. So, and that's how it is. The mode is on. Thanks for letting me know, Fly. It would be cool if they made a Jedi Fallen Order DLC. Well, I know there's the BD droid in the Mandalorian Starfighter set, and they're also doing a buildable BD1. So again, there are issues with Star Wars games when it comes to adding game content into another game, but there are ways around it as well. So it's nice to see they've maybe got the Fallen Order license sorted, but again, it was probably sorted way too late to incorporate any of it into this game. You got to remember, the game you're seeing now, as amazing, and it does look amazing by the way, but as amazing and as keyword here new it looks, a lot of this has been ready for us pretty much since 2020. The issues was the bugs and everything like that, most likely, that has meant that what we're seeing now has been there for 2 years. It's like Phase Cody. Phase Cody's been here for like 2 years now. We just haven't seen it, that's all. Did we get a screenshot? Does someone want to check actually? Because I did say, because we're getting like screenshots every day now, we could get one while I'm live today. So does anyone want to check the LEGO Star Wars Twitter? It could be 8, it could be 9 to be fair. I don't know if I'm still going to be live at 9, but sometimes it's every day. Like last week it was at the point where it was every day, and then other times it's every other day, so like missing a day. But I hope we can get something. So it's going to be nothing big obviously, but it'd be nice to get something on stream and we can all react to it together and stuff. Will I play the game on mobile? Well, it's not confirmed for mobile, but if they eventually do a mobile version, which is possible, I probably would. We didn't get a new screenshot yet, so it might be at 9, or they might miss today and post tomorrow. But the ones I got to catch up on in my videos are, because it's hard to, I'm not going to just post a video for a screenshot. It's fine if anyone else would like to do that, but I would rather just build them up personally. But I got to catch up on the little new Coruscant look and also the new Slave 1 look, so I'm not really behind, but I'd rather just save them for a video when we hopefully got a bit more info and other stuff as well. The Slave one was yesterday. I saw that. I was surprised they posted on a Sunday. Sunday's just like that day you don't it's like the rest day, isn't it? But yeah. Slave 1 pick was yesterday, everyone. I'm aware of that one. Do you think they'll release the demo that people watched? No, I don't think they will. The demo at E3 2019 was more of a demo in the... So there was no specific level in that demo. You can watch more on my demo video from a year ago to find out, but it was just that one of the developers free roaming Tatooine, basically, whereas an actual demo would have to have a level and everything. We're not going to get a demo. It's just not how a lot of games do it these days. I know LEGO games have done it a lot, but it's not going to happen now. We would have known. I hope I'm wrong. And look, I can't 100% confirm that to you, but I don't think we're going to get one, unfortunately. I really hope I'm wrong. With things like this, I like being wrong. They didn't tweet yet. Yeah, they didn't tweet today. So I'd expect one tomorrow, guys. Like I said, sometimes it's every day, sometimes it's every other day, but they tend not to be doing more than a 2-day break right now. I mean, I wouldn't be too pleased if the marketing slowed down now. That wouldn't be encouraging. At the end of the day, the game's not delayed. The game's gone gold now, which we've not even talked about here today, actually. But the fact that the game has gone gold in itself is fantastic. I never thought I'd hear those words. LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga's gone gold. Very pleased for the devs. I mean, that must feel like, even though I'm sure they enjoyed it, that must feel like a huge weight off their shoulders, because even something you enjoy, when you've been doing it for so long and they're finally done, and I'm no doubt they're extremely satisfied with what they've done, it must just feel great for them now. And they're probably just excited for us to just get playing. There was a demo of The Force Awakens, I know, because I played it, and I just don't see it happening this time. I feel like games are moving on in a different way. Again, I'm not confirming to you there's no demo, I'm just saying I don't think it's going to happen. Let's get rid of these ropes. Hang on, I'll get to the chat once I got rid of the ropes. Get rid of all the ropes. There's more. I know I missed one. Right, they're not coming up. I always feel sorry for the one that you can see swinging up and then you destroy the rope. Got a shower. See you later, Doral. How you doing, Splotchy, as well. Is LEGO partnering with 2K for a new line of LEGO sports games? LEGO sports games sounds interesting. I did read about that. Are we getting like a LEGO FIFA? I mean, I don't know if it would. I don't know if that would work, but that'd be cool. I'd play it. LEGO sports games. It's like LEGO and sports are just not things I really think of together. Like you get a few things here and there, but it's going to be interesting to see where this goes with the LEGO license. Gone gold means the game's done. It's ready to be put onto discs and sent out to us. And people ask the fair question in the comments, like, why can't they just send the game to us now? And the fact is they actually could if they wanted to, but you have to stick to the release date that's been legally given. It would be breaking the law if the game was distributed now. So that's the reason. But the game is actually ready to play as we speak. Out there, those developers will have a little copy in the offices that's fully functional. I mean, alright, they might need a day one patch and stuff, but for the most part, it's an operational game. The game is operational, as Tarkin would probably say, something along the lines of that. Did I watch Spider-Man No Way Home? Yeah, I did, yeah. Really enjoyed it. I'm not even a huge Spider-Man fan, but I really liked it. Like Sonic at the Olympics and how it's characters from different video games. Is that what the LEGO sports game would be like? I may have to try one if that actually happens. It would be breaking the law, yes. If the companies, it's like if you're going to a shop and you want, say like a game's releasing at midnight and you want to buy it and you're all queuing up outside, right? There's a reason why they can't give it to you even a minute before, because it's breaking the law. Things have an official release date for a reason that has to be kept to, for checks and everything like that. Now, while checks are probably completed, they still have to keep to it. Something has a release date. That is it. How big will the game be? Well, it's hard to like answer that. Really, how do I describe it? Like, we know it's the biggest LEGO game of all time. We know capital ships, for example, and I quote the devs here, are the size of 30 football fields. But in terms of how big will it actually be, it's hard to actually determine. We just know it's going to be the biggest LEGO game of all time. I mean, in terms of size, we know it's 31 gig on PlayStation, but that's without the day one patch, so that's going to probably go up a bit. Is it 31 gig? No, I think it's 38 gig. I covered it in a video. It's hard for me to remember every single thing I cover. I cover a lot of stuff, so it's hard to get everything engraved in my brain. Will you play with aim assist? Maybe. I don't know, maybe. For the sake of like just getting a clean experience while streaming, I might. I haven't really thought about it yet. We'll see. Destroy it all. The amount of studs I'm losing here. There's a rumour that some LEGO stores might have a console with a TV and people can play. That'd be cool. I mean, I've never gone into a LEGO store and actually seen one of their games be playable. So that'd be cool, like going into the local LEGO store. I mean, I think that'd get more people buying the game as well. People may be on the fence about it, so... It's a cool idea, actually. In that respect, yeah, Belcar. It's like the entire Premier League stadiums and 10 more. That's how big the game's gonna be. That's how big a capital ship's gonna be. Sorry, it is huge when you think about it. And in some ways, when I thought about it, I thought like, did they realise they were saying that? Because that is ginormous. Like I can't even comprehend how big the size of 30 football stadiums is in my head. Because when you go into one, it's bloody big. So yeah, I hope that wasn't an I hope that wasn't an over exaggeration from them. I hope that's actually what it is. But I wouldn't be too mad if that wasn't the case, because it does sound like a bit of a big goal to fulfill. Troopers just keep coming on this part. It's so annoying. I kind of like it when you've killed the troopers and no more come for that segment, but that is not the case. There's a mini kit as well I'm missing. The one up there, yep, the one in the river. I think this is always a cool one up here. Probably like my favourite mini kit location in the entire game, actually. Just so cool. Yeah, you need the tractor. Who's my favourite Star Wars character? I mean, I've always liked Ahsoka, and I'm praying she's in the game. I mean, I definitely think she'll be in one of the Mando packs. The second one specifically. .3PO, do your thing. Tap on those buttons. Lovely. Alright guys, everybody to one side. Get through, Wicket, come on. Lego's done minion sets. I wouldn't know about minion sets, to be honest, because I'm not really bothered about the minions. It's such a horrible thing for me to say, isn't it? But that's the truth. I don't care about Despicable Me or the minions. But then a lot of people are obsessed with them. I love the way Han and like characters like that just fall flat on their face. Oh dear, they've not built the staircase, have they? These droids, C-3PO, could you not have done this yourself? I know you don't have the mechanics in this game to do it, but could you not have just, for the sake of it, please? Welcome back, Primit. Sheka, welcome. Who isn't on... What are they doing back there? 3PO, what the hell are you doing? Cooperate with me, please. Right. Let's get rid of these scout troopers. Where's Wicket? Where the hell's Wicket? Right. Droids, you that way. Let's all go up here, everyone. I swear, if that C-3PO stood there again... Thank God, because that would have been the third time too many, C-3PO. You've been uncooperative with me. What do you think about capital ships? I love them. I can't wait. Dreadnought, Venator, Luger, Hulk. They're the three for me. I mean, the pretty cool ones. You'd expect it with me, wouldn't you? But they're the three for me. I love capital ships, and just being able to go inside a Venator and a Dreadnought and a Luger Hulk as well. Cannot wait. It's always C-3PO, it is. That's very true. Alright, character am I most excited for? To play as Grievous, because he's so cool in terms of unique mechanics, but I'm also excited for like Dooku, Maul, Palpatine, Red Robes Palpatine. Always wanted that one in Battlefront and they never added it, unfortunately. Lego once did a game called Lego Rock Band, did they? I don't think that's one I'd be buying, but maybe it had its audience. Welcome back, Christos. Good to see you. This is probably going to be the final level, everyone, so make sure you get your final question. I mean, I say final questions. The level's still got quite a bit to go, because it's quite a long one, but make sure you get your questions in. What movie am I most excited to play? If I had to pick, it's Revenge of the Sith. It's my favourite movie. But when it comes to that, I really just am excited for them all, because at the end of the day, it's a secret around every corner when you're playing a game for the first time. But Revenge of the Sith's my favourite. The prequels, obviously, I think as a whole, are going to be the ones I most look forward to. But I'm excited for the originals, even the sequels, just to see, especially 8 and 9. We've never seen 8 and 9 recreated in a Lego game before, so I'm curious to see how it goes. Are all capital ships explorable in free roam? If one drops out of hyperspace, yeah. No, we don't know specifically if any won't be in there, like maybe the Luger Hulk won't make it in, but I think it will. I think every capital ship that is... obviously going to have ones making up the background and stuff, aren't you? But every capital ship that plays a significant part in the movie will be, there's no doubt. Is Cad Bane going to be in there? Well, he could make it in via the Bad Batch pack, but again, I just wouldn't get my hopes up yet. I hope he's in there, because he's my favourite bounty hunter by a mile. Now I finally don't have to worry about spoilers. I can say I pray he's not dead. Not because I have a problem with characters dying. Every character has to die at some point, but you brought the guy back into live action and then killed him straight away. I don't want that. I love Cad Bane too much to allow that to happen, so his heart was still beating at the end, that device was still beating, so hopefully that means something. Praying he's alive. How you doing, Nathan? Good to see you. Remember to like and subscribe, guys. If you're new, I would very, very much appreciate it. Because I don't think any more can spawn up this part, or maybe they can, because I swear that guy wasn't there. At least we're doing better True Jedi style this time than the last level. That was a bit of a disaster in the end, but it always is. Speed of Showdown is always a disaster in terms of True Jedi, every time. I'm going to take out that one. Yeah, I don't think any more are spawning in, because that one is uninhabited. Yeah, no one's in it. You missed the Sarlacc. I mean, it's one of my favourite missions, but you can watch it back if you want, Nutshell. Will I play the game to 100%? Of course. I'm the type of guy to play it more than once to 100%. I asked this question a while ago, and I got a lot of mixed answers. Have you truly completed a Lego game if you've not got every file save in the game 100%? Have you truly completed it? Because the fact is, completed it is when you've done something. But if there's empty file spaces in the game, have you really completed it? That is my question for you today. That is what you've got to think about after the stream. Your homework, you could say. No, I'm joking. I would never. Nobody likes homework. Don't be that kid in class who asks, is there any homework? I don't promote bullying, but nobody likes the kid who asks, is there any homework? Is anyone going to activate that? Because there are a few studs over there that I'd like to collect. No, apparently. They don't want to. They don't want to help me at all. There's one trooper up there. Poor guy. You thought we didn't see him. To be fair, I didn't. And all we need is Luke to help us. Can I shoot this stormtrooper? No. Let's get inside, everyone. We can't. You could still do Q&As if you 100% this file. Oh no, I will. I'll do. I think we'll have this game complete. I don't think we'll have the game completed before Skywalker Saga though. I mean, I've completed the other files anyway. Yeah. How do I feel like we haven't seen any content in 60 FPS? Well, the lagging in the trailers, I have looked into it and it's not looking great, but my only hope can be that that will be fixed when the game is out, because I don't understand how the game could have ever gone gold. With laggy cutscenes like that. I hope it's something that is fixed, and maybe the trailers were just made months ago. And I'm thinking of any possible excuse to get around it. I really am. 3PO, get out of the way! R2, I'm trying to shoot the door! Always someone stood in the way in this game. I love how officers take more shots to kill even though they got no armor on. That one's never made much sense to me, but it is what it is. Top 3 favourite LEGO games: Clone Wars, Complete Saga, Force Awakens, yeah. I mean, I do like it. The most advanced LEGO Star Wars game, as you would expect, with it being the newest. We need 1 minute of actual visual gameplay. Companies seem to hate doing that. To be fair, we've had a lot of gameplay in this trailer, but how many trailers do you watch? Well, they don't even give you any. It's like gameplay trailer, and it's just a bunch of cutscenes. See you later, Flyboy. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Can we get 150 likes, guys? We're about 17 off, so make sure you like if you haven't already. Oh, really? These rooms now, they're very small, but they can take a while to get everything done. We might be able to get True Jedi here. The Force Awakens game glitched for you. Well, the only glitch I know of in that game is the first mission, actually, which isn't helpful, is it? But the first mission when you can't get out of the ATST, which is an actual glitch, because I verified that. Because I thought I was doing something wrong, but it's actually a glitch. I don't mind which uniform Belcar the Imperial officers are in. The black look cool, but the grey are iconic. You've also got the white ones as well, which like Thrawn wears. So, we got a nice variety. Something tells me we're not going to get True Jedi, honestly. I'm underrated. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Wait, that's a bomb. That blows since it came out, and never has that ever blown me up before. That's a first for me. Another reason to reinforce why True Jedi isn't happening. Music isn't on because of copyright. Yep, as Link says, and unfortunately, that's the one part of streaming this, streaming the Skywalker Saga that I'm not looking forward to, and that's playing without music. But you got to do what you got to do. New to the channel, welcome Super Mario. Good to see you. If you are new, well, if you're in the chat, you are subscribed because there's subscriber only mode on. But if you're watching and you're debating, should I subscribe, should I not? Because there's always more people watching than in the chat. So if you're one of those on the fence, just subscribe. I'm joking, you don't have to. What's my favourite non-Star Wars movie? It's a good one. No, actually. I like, I watch like a lot of horror these days. I've just like, I never used to care for it, and like the last few years I've just really got into it, so I'd probably have to like say one of those, but yeah, we need the Stormtrooper helmet, that would make sense, but yeah, I'd have to think about it, but probably something in that genre. I just love Star Wars so much that it overtakes any other film genre for me, or like film in general. Wait, so what's happened here? Can we kick? Because this is like a small door, isn't it? I'm a bit confused. And that's weird, because I never get stuck on this. But there's always something. I don't mind though, because we'll just do the other door. How am I so patient? You gain patience, I think, as you get older. I remember when I was terribly impatient, but even as far back as only a few years ago, I was incredibly impatient. But you just, I don't know. It just comes with age. I'm saying that like I'm really old. I'm not. But yeah. First stars for my Overwatch, Revenge of the Sith, because it got me into Star Wars. Probably why it's my favourite. Kill them all quickly. Good, good. Do you think Scarif will be playable if we have Rogue One? It's confirmed that the Scarif stuff in the game will only be characters. Even the hallway scene in one of the trailers is, according to the devs, from Rogue One. So, there you go. There's a switch in the main room, yeah, I got it. I realised eventually that the rest of the stuff in that level was to do in free play. Will there be more DLCs? Probably not. This 20 DLC thing, so the additional 13, will probably just be language and subtitle packs. And that's it. Unfortunately. But hopefully characters from like Clone Wars and Rebels can just make it in via the actual game itself. What is that noise in this game? Get those studs actually, because how did the studs get in the other room? Can they travel through walls? Favourite game of all time? You know what, I've said it so many times and I stand by it. This may sound sad, but LEGO Star Wars The Clone Wars, because I had so much fun as a kid. I loved the base building battles. Considering The Clone Wars is my favourite show in general, and the only Star Wars content I'm not even going to say put above The Clone Wars, I'm going to say on par with The Clone Wars is Revenge of the Sith to me. I always say LEGO Star Wars The Clone Wars game. It's just such a big part of my childhood. I loved it. I love the complete saga as well, but the base building battles, it obviously being based on my favourite show, helped a lot. But yeah, that's my choice. If there was to be other DLCs, which there's probably not going to be, but if there was, they'd keep it as character packs. If there was going to be level packs, they would have said by now, like they did with The Force Awakens, there was level packs for that. Surprisingly. I hope the reason there's no level packs is because they just decided, let's put them in the main game for everyone, which I would much prefer. what is language and subtitle packs. For people in different countries, subtitles are different languages. Languages have obviously different character voices. So that's probably what it is. That's not confirmed, but that's probably what it is, considering we only know of 7 packs. Please be able to, of course. If that was a 3PO door, sorry, if that was an R2 door and I'd gone up with 3PO, like it was always going to be the character I didn't pick. Poor 3PO's just got a leg and an arm left. I hope in the next game he like gradually falls apart as well by losing a limb. Just funny, you know. Are we gonna? We're not gonna get True Jedi. I liked the Lego Star Wars free ship levels as well because you could land on capital ships and get out of the capital ship, and like obviously like land on them. Like I said, blow a few things up or set a trap or something. And I just really enjoy Lego Star Wars free. Definitely not getting True Jedi now. Can you go down here? No. Before they're set, obviously, I mean. There you go. Now on to the final showdown. What time is it? We've got a bit of time. To be fair, because like usually people are dropped off by this point, but a lot of people seem interested, so we might keep going. I just know then I have to do the bloody Death Star level. But yeah, let's do. I did say I was going to stop, but as a thank you for all the support, I will continue to go. 78. God, Electro Adam, how you doing? If you choose a level from a TV show of film that is not in the main 9, what characters would it have? All right, my level would be Throne Room, Mandalore, Ahsoka versus Maul. 2 players, one is Ahsoka, one is Maul. 1 player, Maul's a bot. That would be it for me. And I'd love other Mandalore levels as well with like Rex, Bo-Katan, like Saxon. Imagine like a Saxon fight where you're playing as Bo and you're like chasing him from the scene in Season 7. I'd love that. To be honest, I like Mandalorian Season 2. I like Book of Boba Fett. But if it was up to me, all the levels would be Clone Wars. I like Rebels as well. But I'd just be choosing all Clone Wars levels because it's my favourite Star Wars media. Love the Emperor's theme. So iconic. Welcome, young Skywalker. This level, I love the Force Awakens game, but this level is terrible in that game. So they stopped him using a lightsaber, but you can throw mini X-Wings and TIE Fighters at him, and the guards are still in the fight. Like, if you're going to keep to the canon, at least be consistent. So I pray he has got his lightsaber in this level, in the Skywalker Saga, but I don't think he's going to. I think they're going to take it from him again. This is the level. I wouldn't even say it's the most complex level in the game, but it probably is the best. Just because of, like, it all builds up to, even though it's not the last level, it all builds up to this. Like, by the time you're blowing up the Death Star, you know it's over then. You've won. But, like, this is the level. I mean, you get to sit on the throne and everything. I love this level. Where's the other one? Here he is. Electro Adam, thank you for the 89 pence. I do appreciate it. With the Red Devil there. I like it. Thank you very much, my friend. Not sure if this is an extra, but a mini kit, sorry, but let's do them quickly. Let's see, did these ones go out? Yeah, it is. We got to be quick. There you go, red brick! That's what I'm talking about. Am I stuck in a cutscene? Yeah, it's a little mini like, not cutscene, but whatever you want to call that. And cheeky little mini kit as well. Good start. Will I play the game with mumble mode? Yeah, but I probably am going to start it with voices. I'm a big fan of mumble mode. That's the one for me. I prefer it. But I'm so curious to hear all the voices and who's playing them. So, and I just think to see like what they leave out, what they don't in terms of dialogue, what's been replaced. I just want to play it with voices. I was going to play with mumbles first time round, but I think it's going to be voices. But I will be playing with mumbles because that's my childhood right there. It has to be done. We got 150 likes, guys, so thank you very much. Keep on subscribing. We also got 43.9 thousand, so brilliant. Let's keep moving that up, nearly at 44. Make sure you check out the final edition of the all confirmed characters. I posted it yesterday, linked to it at the top of the chat for any of you that didn't see it. Hello there. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Let's hope in terms of the real world crisis right now, so as you could say. Let's hope things just find the most peaceful outcome. I hope. Love your videos. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I realise that in every level you can get max 2 hidden brick thingies without free play. They make sure you can get... So I'm taking you mean the mini kits. They make sure you can at least get some. Because if you don't get any, you might just... If you say you're a new player to the game, you might like not even remember what these things are. Whereas if you see it come up 1 out of 10, you've got the incentive to go back and play, so you get 10 out of 10. And in general, you don't want to get everything in free play. There has to be some sort of purpose besides the story of completing the level. By the way, I know where Palpatine is. I'm just trying to get True Jedi. So that's why I always go the longest way around. I know I could do it in free play, but the more studs I get, the quicker I can buy a multiplier, and the quicker we can actually get through everything without using cheat codes. Like, we could have True Jedi here by the time we get to Palpatine, so that should be fun. Prefer the voices. Let me do a few comments actually. I've hardly been doing any, for no apparent reason as well. Like, need to get through some here. Prefer the voices. The mumbles aren't like the original. I mean, I've seen people mention this because they mumble like what the lines would be and not just random mumbles. I've seen that, but I just want to see how the full thing plays out. That probably is, in a way, so they didn't have to tamper with cutting certain cutscenes. And so, for example, what I mean is, if you like, because my biggest kind of fear, I suppose, with will they even add a mumble mode into the game is that you'd have to completely redo the cutscenes, because a character might not be speaking in one and might be in the other. Whereas this way, if they mumble over all the already existing dialogue, they wouldn't have to cut scenes shorter in the mumble mode, and they may not even have to tamper with lip movements as much. My name is FGG. I just like it's cleaner. It's cleaner. Like my old name, I was about to say it sounds like what a 14-year-old would create, but it's because a 14-year-old created my old name. That's how old I was when I created that name. So abbreviating it allows me to stay true to what it once was, but at the same time is a lot cleaner and kind of suits someone more of my age. I'm not 14 anymore. Can we destroy these? Apparently not. Just hear Palpatine constantly laughing. We've done that. We'll come back to that because that's obviously where he is. We'll have to do this area anyway, but we'll do it right now. It saves us trying to get to things when Palpatine's on a mad one later. Can we do this yet? Let's see if we can get the lift working now. No, we can't do it yet. We have to wait for Palpatine. Right, we've not fully did what I said I was going to do and have True Jedi by the time we see Palpatine again, but we're closer, so I'll take that. Going to bed. See you tomorrow, fan. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Come on, Vader. Wish they could have gotten Harrison Ford. It just wasn't going to happen. It's like they've not got Samuel L. Jackson to do Windu. I think as you would expect. Was anyone actually expecting it to be Samuel L. Jackson? Because I know I wasn't. I love Palpatine's like noise when he gets hit. Ah! Ah! It's just brilliant, isn't it? Ah! Ah! Come on, Luke. Give him that ah! Wonderful. When do you think we'll get a final / launch trailer? Probably like a week before. You'll probably get one on the day of launch as well. Games do that. But it'll probably be around a week before, I'd say. You'll start to see little promotional like 30-second trailers showing up as well. Which are always fun. True Jedi, boys. We've done it. We're never going to be able to do that. I think we've got to do something else with it. Glad you like my Palpatine impression. Could I play Force Awakens? I've already done it. I've done... In all these Q&As you can find, like I always say, there's 3 ways to find these streams because they're unlisted. You can like the video and it'll be in your liked playlist. If you've got notifications on, it'll be in your notifications center. Or you can just go onto the streams playlist on the channel and you can go through all these streams. We've done the complete saga like 3 or 4 times. We've done the original trilogy. We've done Clone Wars twice. We've done Force Awakens. I've done them all because even though I'm a huge Lego Star Wars fan, I needed to regain a bit of knowledge myself, especially on the Force Awakens because I'd only played that once. Because admittedly, I didn't like it much when it came out. Even though I 100%ed it, I didn't like it that much. So I like it now. I gave it a lot of unfair criticism. Actually, I think it's a very good game. It takes Lego Star Wars to the next level in terms of gameplay and mechanics and all that stuff. Imagine we get Mace Windu in Book of Boba. I don't want Mace Windu to be alive. I think it takes away from the character. Mace Windu had one of the most important death scenes in Star Wars. So I think taking away... I know a lot of people want him back, but I'm one of those who doesn't. I think it ruins the character, if anything. Like, there's characters like Maul and Boba where it doesn't matter too much because their deaths weren't really meaningful. But yeah, then there's characters like Windu who I wouldn't touch because I think it does a disservice. Ah! This is it. This is it. We've only gone and killed the Emperor. Wonder how many times that is in my life. I would say I've probably killed the Emperor in this level more than 30 times in my entire life. Which is like more than my age. So on average, we're probably doing it like 1 point something a year. 1 point, who knows, a year. You are right about me, Luke. No, that's not what he says. Got that wrong. Will there be a stream tomorrow? No, these are supposed to be every Sunday, but I couldn't. Usually Sunday's my day where I just know I'm going to be able to make it. But I couldn't yesterday. Like, yesterday's video was going to go up today, but I couldn't stream, so that's why I posted it yesterday. If you include that short I did, we uploaded 3 days in a row, which I don't usually do. I don't want to do the final level because I don't like it, but we have to. Do you think Shaq T will ever get a canon death? I think Shaq T's death is... You can rule out the General Grievous one, right? That's because she's alive later in the movie. She's in a hologram. So the General Grievous one is already out of the picture. You know, the Force Unleashed one arguably is out of the picture because it's not canon. So your best bet really is Anakin killing her in the temple. I would understand them wanting her to maybe survive and keep her alive, which I don't mind. Again, I don't mind them keeping alive characters that don't play a purpose in the plot. But that's why I'm against Windu, because he plays such an important part in Anakin's fall and the death of himself. Had that transpired differently, we wouldn't have ended up with what we had. Still so many people here, I appreciate it. This is why I've kept the stream going longer, because still so many people interested. It's nice that even though we're playing a game which I'm sure a lot of people weren't even maybe born or were so young like myself when this came out, but it's nice to see that people are sticking around because of the hype for the next game. So, yeah, this is it now. Need to get some torpedoes. Get your final questions in. How you doing, Jonah? Good to see you. Get those torpedoes. She was in Force Unleashed, but Force Unleashed isn't canon anymore, so technically that's not Shakti's death. All it would have taken would have been for George Lucas to include her death in Revenge of the Sith, even like via a hologram, like the one Obi-Wan season. We wouldn't have this debate. But yeah, I think in the game, because Lego Star Wars isn't canon anyway, I think she'll just get the death where Anakin kills her in the temple, honestly. Durrell, I can answer your question. Let me find it. Try not to die here. When do you think we'll get... I answered the one about the launch date, the launch trailer. I said I think we'll get one maybe a week before launch, but we'll also definitely get one on the day of launch, because that's what games do. I already answered that though, but there you go if you didn't hear me. I'm playing this on Xbox Series X. It's backwards compatible. That's how I can play it. The only reason I've not played the video game, it's the only Lego Star Wars game I've not done on the streams, because I've also done the original trilogy as well. I don't know if I mentioned that a few minutes ago, but the only one I've not played is the video game. I played it when I was a kid on my PS2, but I've not played it on Series X or on my Xbox One before I had this, because it's not backwards compatible, unfortunately. You can get it to a degree, because there is such a difference between the video game and the original trilogy. You can see that when you play the levels in this game. A different question? Can you comment it again then? Because I couldn't see it when I went back up. Just copy and paste it and put it back in. Need some torpedoes right now. There's one. Just as I asked. Oh, can we reach it? Torpedoes like expire so quickly, you really have to be fast. That's why I said it, I think the stream where we were doing the asteroid field. Infinite torpedoes isn't talked about enough. It's an underrated extra. It's so important and so helpful. Because not even invincibility or the ×2 multipliers can get you torpedoes. Like, Alright, invincibility might be able to help you keep the ones you've got, but infinite torpedoes in the top 5 most important extras in the game. Underrated, and if you think I'm over-exaggerating, try playing this game without infinite torpedoes. It's annoying. Who's my favourite Skywalker? Anakin. I like Luke as well, but Anakin is mine. Not Rey. Rey ain't a Skywalker, and I'm not trying to deny what the movie says or anything, but you can't just go around stealing people's second names. Okay? I mean, she can be if she wants to, but it's about the same as me saying I'm a Kenobi. Yeah. I'm not, so. Thank you, Liam. I appreciate you enjoying the channel. Thank you very much. Right, for people who are saying I'm not reading their questions, it's kind of a hard mission to read on, so I'll do a few more. I'll try and find some now while I'm playing. I'll definitely read some after the game, after the level. Let me try and find one. What's your opinion on the new system for each class? Think it was needed. Again, I don't mind LEGO games getting more modern. I never want LEGO games to be too overcomplicated because I just don't feel that suits them. But I am liking the look of the class system, how each character is divided up. Very much like Battlefront, which I would maybe think they were going for, maybe. She's a Palpatine. I mean, yeah, she is a Palpatine. I would agree. But look, I'm not here to debate what Rey is. At the end of the day, it's fictional movies, and if you want her to be a Mundi related to the great Ki-Adi-Mundi, you can have that in your head if you want. I mean, she's just as much a Mundi as she is a Skywalker, so it's really not that adventurous to go with her being a Mundi. Rey Mundi, I think it suits. I need some torpedoes. There's one back here, isn't there? There's a... All this time I've been up there, but I believe there's a torpedo... Yeah, right here. I've been waiting to try and get them off the ships, but there's one right here. And there's also one too many TIE fighters. What does that get me? Oh, the minikit. No, that was my torpedo. What DLCs do you think will come after release? The ones that are confirmed. So the Trooper character pack will be available to anybody who pre-orders the game on day 1, everybody else a month later. But considering the only other pack we know the contents of, apart from the Trooper, is the classic pack, I think that will be the first to come after that. Because I think it would imply that the others are still being worked on, to be honest. Yeah, Durrell, I can. How many vehicles are in the game, including ship speeders? Well, I do have a list. I've just not really gotten around to making a video on it, and I don't know if I'll be able to anytime soon, honestly. But there's definitely over 100. I can't give you an exact amount because I've not even gone through the latest trailer yet. But I may soon be able to give you an exact amount on that question. But there's definitely over 100. We may need torpedoes considering there's one there. So we'll grab 3 of those. We've also got 1 heart, which, yeah, 1 heart gives you that. Right, we got our 3. Let's go. And here we are, the final room before we... Well, actually, no, are we? We gotta blow up the door first. Oh, my torpedoes again! Thank God they fly back to me. How did that not hit it? Oh, because I'm flying away from it. I'm an idiot. So now we gotta go all the way back. I hate this level so much. I really do. Is there any chance we see a Book of Boba Fett DLC? We'll probably see. I would say there's a chance of us seeing re-armored Boba and Fennec in the game in the Mando pack, but the show was just announced too late. This game is far into development, and like I've said many times, what you're seeing looks new to us, but most of this has been done for 2 years, and they've just been actually fixing the mechanics of the game. So your Phase 2 Cody, your who else is there? Phase 2 Cody. All these obscure characters. They've been done for 2 years, most likely. Gotta sleep. See you later, Dorel. Thanks for tuning in, as always. Really appreciate it. Well, this one's right behind the pipe. Very helpful. This room is the worst part, by far. Kits, don't know if I do. That's all of them. Now we need the torpedo, there's one. Right, now we run away. And anything I did get from True Jedi, they're gone. Well, if we just fire at anything here, we might be able to. Yeah, we'll make up a bit of True Jedi here, thankfully. Yeah, the torpedoes are insanely glitchy. I mean, they go through walls and everything in this game. It's madness. But, you know, in the Force Awakens game, they fixed it quite a bit. If I've missed one of your questions, post them about now, because I'm about to finish and we'll answer a few. To end of the stream. Make sure to like and subscribe as well if you haven't already. We're nearly at 170 likes and we're getting closer and closer to 44,000 subscribers. Only just over 40 at the start of the year, so we've got a lot of new people on board, which is great. Seven mini kits. Don't mind if I do. There we go. Alright, get your questions coming in now as we end the stream. We'll get to a few. Dun, 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 dun. Yup, nub. Yup, nub. Alright, what do we got? How many non-playable characters do you think there'll be? There's about 500 because there's 800 characters, around 300 of them are playable. Will every character have the same kind of thing that Rey had with the net launcher? Oh, so every character of the same class will, yeah, be able to do the same things. Do you have a favourite Lego Star Wars set? Of that I own, I've got to go with my UCS, my AT-AT. It's the only UCS I own, and I wanted the gunship, admittedly, but in the end, the model looks great, but you know the story of that. A lot of mistakes and not the best choice of minifigures. But yeah, it's my UCS AT-AT. Was there a to be fair, it just turned 9, guys. Does anyone want to check if there was a screenshot while I do some questions? I don't think there will be. I think it'll be tomorrow now, because they do tend to miss a day. Or some, like last week, there was one like every day as of Wednesday to Saturday. Blue or green lightsaber? I mean, I'd say purple, but out the two, blue. What capital ship is your favourite and second favourite? Favourite Venator, second Dreadnought. Do you prefer the old character select or the new one? The old OG RG dinosaur, the OG one. I use it in my character all characters confirmed series, which I could have easily changed, but I just love the OG one. I don't think they'll bring an online mode out, unfortunately. Game's Gone Gold, an online mode would have to be added before the Game's Gone Gold, which means it's complete. Yeah, the AT-AT is great, very, very delicate, but like, it is a work. I mean, you've probably seen videos on it. It's a work of art. To have an actual interior that's 100% accurate. I'm trying to get as many like Hoth battle packs as I can to fill it up, so So far I've only got 2. But when they go on sale, I'm probably going to try and pick up like quite a few of them. And then try and fill it up with all the snowtroopers. It'll be fun. Do you watch the Clone Wars Micro series on Disney Plus? The one from 2002, is it? Not really. I might, but I struggle with animation like that, like 2D animation. The number of playable characters, from what everything has led us to believe, is above 300 but below 400, yeah. DLC may take it past 400, but I don't know. I still think it's going to be under 400. Closer to 400, definitely, but under with DLC. Will every character have the same kind of thing that Rey had? Characters in her class will, but not like Luke or someone like that. Scavengers will have the net launcher. Got my yub nubs in the chat. Lovely. Don't think there was a... I'll check. Hang on. Lego Star Wars game Twitter. I should probably have it saved as a favourite, to be honest. There's not an image today. Slave one yesterday. So what we've had recently is the 23rd, 24th we had something, and 25th. So that's what I mean. We had 3 in a row. Then missed the 26th. We had 27th. Missed the 28th is going to be missed. We'll probably get something tomorrow. And with us getting that Coruscant image, I'm expecting we're going to get like different static images of all the different planets. Favourite starfighter for each faction? I'm not a big fan of starfighters, but like I like the V-wings for the Republic. And the droids don't really have starfighters, do they? Because they're actual droids. But I like the what do I like for the Separatists? I don't really know for the Separatists. I like the Tri-Fighter, to be fair. Then I don't really like the Rebellions at all. I'd probably say like B-Wing's cool. Then I like the TIE Interceptor. And then again, for the Resistance, it's like the Rebellion again. Do they have Resistance B-Wings? I think they do. And then First Order, I do quite like the normal white and black TIE fighters. I think they're cool. I think each planet will be evenly matched, but maybe Coruscant might take the biggest. What capital ship will you be riding around, and do you think you can ride mini versions of Death Star? We've not heard much on mini builds, but riding around in terms of in a ship, it'd be cool to just ride around the Venator and get a really good look at it. Saw like pits in the trailer, and in the second one we got, so that's in there. Did you know that my favourite capital ship in the complete saga is Sith Anakin damaged version? Interesting choice. Does he have a Sith Anakin damaged version in the complete saga? I'd have to think about that. Do you have a least favourite Lego game? Apart from, I don't play the other Lego games really, I just like the Lego Star Wars ones, but the least favourite Lego Star Wars one is the original trilogy. It's not even a bad game, it's just my least favourite. Indiana Jones teaser, we might do it next stream because I gotta stop now. Having Tatooine look on Naboo, I covered that in my short Jake from Saturday and in the character video yesterday. I hope it's a placeholder, but I would have rather them just used her Geonosis look, because she's got a lot of different looks on Naboo in episode 2, so I get they couldn't make them all. But that's where we're going to end it, guys. The poll, Phantom Menace won. Brilliant. Make sure you check out the character video from yesterday, linked at the top of the chat. Like if you enjoy, subscribe if you're new. Thank you very much for watching, and we should be back to the regular day of Sunday with these starting this weekend, where it will take us to April 6th, I believe. We'll be officially less than a month away from the game's launch finally. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.